and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. So for today's episode, we're going to focus on polished looks. Now, what does exactly a polished look mean? A polished look could be anything fashionable or of style. So it could be anything from a suit all the way to a jogging outfit. But being polished is mainly about your accessories, accessorizing your ensemble. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that your suit is wrinkled, your suit is too baggy, your sport coat is 2 sizes too big for you. Everything needs to fit properly. Not necessarily snug. You know how Mr. Parker likes his jackets and sports coats to fit. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be snug, but it needs to look like it fits your size. So it's still important to pay attention to those details, but having a polished look is around focusing on the smaller details. So with this particular ensemble I'm wearing, let's run it down. What you can see: Donegal tweed, Blue Label sports coat. I have on a camel-based Fair Isle sweater vest. It has some pink in it, some Columbia blue, some mint julep, a little bit of red, a little bit of wine, a little bit of purple, quite a few colors. I am wearing a mint colored Oxford cloth button-down shirt, the heraldic necktie in a wine color. I have on wine stretch slim fit corduroy pants. I'm wearing solid navy blue socks, and I have on the brown collis slippers in the velvet with the standing jockey on each back. Nice look. What makes it a polished look would be my accessories. Now, I'm wearing tortoiseshell eyewear, glasses. I have on a Samsung watch with the brown strap. Simple, neat, clean. I have on a Rugby Ralph Lauren nautical woven bracelet, and I have on a Polo Ralph Lauren leather strap bracelet that has some purple and green on the leather strap. So that just those colors alone accent the ensemble pretty well. I'm also carrying a pipe. Why am I carrying a pipe? Because actually, one, I do smoke a pipe on occasion. But for this particular ensemble, this ensemble gives you that professor look, that vintage Ivy League professor look. So I figured, hey, let's actually use the pipe as an accessory instead of a pocket square. Let's just put the pipe, the hand tool pipe, in the pocket just to add another accessory. If I was to wear a cap today, it would be, I'd probably wear my Blue Label Harris tweed driving cap with the trapper flaps just at the top, just to complete the look. But being polished is mainly about focusing on the details of your accessories, focusing on the smaller details of your ensemble. So it also includes what kind of socks are you wearing, what color, what style are they. Those type of things is what brings together your polished look. Even the tie bar that I'm wearing, it's gold, so it goes along with the tan hue of the base of the Fair Isle sweater vest. So all those things, all those little things that sometimes we, may take for granted, those are the things that turn our look, which could be a good look, could be a great look, into a fantastic polished look. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, we're going to go do 3 rigs. We're going to do a polished look. We're going to take a look at all of them being transformed into a polished look. Okay, y'all ready? Yeah, I know, me too. Let's go. For this first look, I wanted to start off with something a little simple, okay? This is a nice, clean look. It's great for church Sunday. It could be something for work, depending on your job. Not necessarily corporate, but definitely business casual. You can definitely get away with this look. It's very simple, but it's very neat and clean. You have the navy cardigan here, tonal navy polo player. So, you know, if logos are frowned upon at your job, you probably could get away with this particular cardigan because it's small. It's very inconspicuous. We did it with a purple label dress shirt. Nice estate spread collar. We did a purple, lavender purple label spread collar dress shirt. We did a lavender purple label asymmetric dot necktie, silk necktie here. We gave it a dent for that, you know, that sophisticated look, protruded out some. And we just did a nice pair of chinos, a nice pair of chinos in that Bowden khaki. To finish this look off, we would do a nice pair of, you could do a pair of derbies, you could do a pair of wing tips, you could do a pair of Oxford. Just probably go with the brown just to keep it nice and simple and clean. You could do black, I would suggest brown. Now, this particular look, to turn it into a polished look, first thing we would want to do, and I didn't do it here because I was in fear of losing, but the first thing we would do, this shirt is French cuffed. So our cufflinks will help aid into us having a more polished look. I would suggest if you wanted to do something as far as a color block, if you have a pair of cufflinks that's maybe gold or silver that has navy blue or a hue of purple in it, that will work here. You could leave it with the ones that come in it if you want to, or you could do the knots. Some of them come with knots. Either way, it's up to you. Me personally, I have a pair of monogram cufflinks with my initials on it in the preppy style. I would probably do those here. Now, what else could we do? Our tie clip. You could go with, I would keep it, like I would stay away from oars, or I would keep it really simple, just a nice bar. Just a nice bar that you could slip on there, depending on where you are. Let's say we're talking about work. Have your bar going straight across, right about here, okay? Now let's say you're going to a gathering, a get together, whatever, if they still even have those today. Give it a little tilt, either down or up, but that tie bar helps accessorize and bring your look to a more polished look. Of course, your belt is a necessity, your socks are a necessity, but we're also talking about mid-January, so pretty much everywhere it's rather cold outside. But let's say you don't want to wear a coat, but you still want to, make sure you're a little warm. You can do this combination here, which is a brown houndstooth driving cap, polo blue label. And you can pull out your scarf also. That is also brown houndstooth and also blue label. You can do something like this here, something simple. Give it a nice little finishing touch there. Something like that. That's gonna bring your look to a more polished look, a more refined look, and definitely giving a little more style than what we were looking at basically here. All right, so I'm gonna go on to the next rig, but the next rig I want to do in a voiceover. All right, but let's go on to the next one. So first, let's talk about these sneakers, right? They are Polo Ralph Lauren sneakers. It's in collaboration with New Balance. They are US Open sneakers. I think I got these in maybe 2016, 2015, somewhere back in there. Haven't been worn a lot. Just a really nice, classy little sneaker. Definitely a tennis shoe design, but I just wanted to do a little something different for this particular ensemble. This particular ensemble, most people would say it's a spring ensemble, and it is. But I've gotten to a point where I'm not so sold on white only being for spring and summer. Now, I think the way my mind is working, I don't want to do white in fall because there's so many beautiful fall colors. But mid to late winter, after the holidays, man, I'm down to do some white. So I broke out the white slim fit cargo denim pants. As you saw, the pockets are not protruding very much. They are slim fit. They are denim, as you can see by the angle of the pockets, right? Then I broke out a ribbon belt, aviator navy, college green, brown leather center, beautiful little belt. Broke out a cricket sweater vest, and again with an aviator navy and college green chevron. It's cable knit. It's a vest. White shirt, all white button up shirt, spread collar. I broke out the golf crest college green aviator navy rep stripe tie. So you see where we're going with this look, right? Then I broke out a hat that would definitely be considered for spring and summer, but to me, for my head, I guess, it's actually keeps me a little warm, just as warm as a wool hat. It's a terry cloth hat. It's a terry cloth driving cap or a terry cloth cabbie. It's by Rugby Ralph Lauren and it's trimmed in, yep, you guessed it, college green and aviator navy. So we are matching, but I don't feel like we're matchy. I think we're looking very clean here. What gives us a polished look? One, I feel like the cap gives us a polished look. The belt, as opposed to a brown belt, which will work perfectly, or even a blue leather belt will work perfectly. But I think that ribbon belt gives us a more polished, a more refined look. As far as small details, I would break out again especially because I'm wearing a cable knit sweater vest. I'd break out my Rugby Ralph Lauren rope bracelet. I'd probably break out a brown leather bracelet as well. And then with my watch, I would probably wear a heraldic. I have a blue and white heraldic bracelet from Ralph Lauren. I'd probably wear that as well. If you can tell, the mannequin, I tucked one sleeve in and draped a camel hair navy sports coat like it's under my arm. So that's what keeps me warm for this particular time of year. I actually have a couple of collegiate style mufflers, which is another word for scarf, that I could actually wear to complete the look once I put the sports coat on. The sports coat also has a white pocket square already in the pocket. So granted, this is probably considered mostly a springtime look, but this is something I would wear right now because I just feel like after the holidays, we still got that winter wonderland feel, whether we have snow or not. I just think white works, and we don't get much snow here in North Carolina, so I could definitely wear some sneakers and get away with it. But just another polished look. Let's go on to the last one. We're gonna have a little fun with this one. We're gonna actually visually transform this look into a polished look. All right. Keep in mind, a polished look means that you pay very close attention to the small details to elevate your ensemble, right? So let's say a pair of jeans, a nice polo blue label sweater, right? Wool, cable knit, has the floral wreath here, deer head, fear the deer, RL, crown in the middle, right? V-neck, nice heavy weight. We have on almost a flannel material Oxford button down, right? No neckwear. So I'm like, man, I wanna do an outdoor picture. I want to wear this here pair of boots. You could do If I was wearing neckwear, maybe I'd do like a brogue boot or something. But since I'm not wearing neckwear, I break out a pair of LL Beans, right? But I'm like, man, I still want the look to be polished though. I still want to accentuate the look. I still want it to look more refined, whatever. What can I do? Let's find out. We're gonna start here. We're gonna start with a diamond quilted vest. All right. So let's put the diamond quilt over the sweater. All right. This is not necessarily an accessory, but it's gonna bring everything together. All right. We're not dual zipped here, so I'm not gonna close it just yet. I want to see how it looks after I put everything with it before I decide to close it. Now, what I think we should do, even though current weather may not really permit for us to do this, but I think we ought to roll up. So let's roll up. So let's just roll up one for right now, okay? Tuck the other one in. Tuck the other one in like that there. Let's do something like that, right? Now our logo's still showing, but our diamond quilted vest has brought us out some more. Now, we're outside. We're on Explore Expedition level. What else can we add? Let's add what essentially is a messenger bag, but because of the orange and this vintage leather look on the straps, it's definitely more of an expedition style look to it, more outdoorsy. All right, so let's do that. Now, we're probably gonna have this in our mouth. We're gonna, break out some of the leather straps for accessories. Is there anything else we can do? Absolutely. First thing we can do is let's unbutton this collar. Let's take the button down collar out of this button down scenario and let's flip it. Let's flip it a little bit. All right? That gives it more of a outdoorsy look. All right? And I got one more move to make, just to pull everything together. Which one y'all think? Orange or the yellow? Orange, yellow. I think the yellow is a little less flashy, so we'll go with the yellow. All right? You take your bandana, tie it around your neck. Like so and so, and such and such. And of course, this mannequin doesn't necessarily have a neck like mine, but you take a little more time with it, of course. It was actually on me or on you, but something like that. And then you could rock it out like that. To me, it's a little girly rocked on the outside. But just take those two, tuck them in like such, and that gives you more of that Explore Expedition look. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's accessories, shoes and socks. You could even take it'd be perfect. I have a wine colored pair of heavy, thick wool socks. Put my low cut duck boots on and put those wool socks on, and maybe even pull them over my jeans a little bit, but then roll them back down. But all of those pieces, from the socks, the bag, this, we even using this as an accessory, to be honest. Because if it's cold outside, you can put a heavy double coat if it's that cold over top of all this. But we actually using the vest on this particular ensemble as an accessory. So that's just, like I said, paying attention to the details. Paying attention to the small details in your ensemble to elevate your ensemble and take that ensemble to the next level. Driver cap, expedition cap, you could do a dad cap as long as it's somewhere in this realm here, then you're good to go. If you need to keep it simple, you just do a navy blue Polo Player dad cap with a small pony on it. Or you could do, I have an orange Expedition cap that's this burnt orange that'll look pretty good. I could do that. Of course, any of my drivers, caddies, newsboys, but yeah. Or even a toboggan, beanie, scully, whatever you want to call it. If you have one that's in this particular realm, you want to, it needs to be, somewhat inconspicuous, but if it has any patches or any logos on it from Ralph Lauren, like I have one that has naval motif on it, that will work here. But like I said, you could do a hat without a hat, but either way, even that hat is a small detail to accentuate your ensemble. All right, but that's it. I don't even remember what brand this is. Like, this literally came out of Food Line. I just had a craving for a fruity wine. It was like $8. I was like, I'm gonna buy it just because it said watermelon sangria on the outside of it. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's pretty good. Now, I don't give no buzz to it, but I don't drink to get drunk or get buzzed or anything like that. But I have had some more expensive wines that they sneak up on you. They'll sneak up on you if you ain't no real drinker like that. And I don't consider myself a real drinker. But this doesn't have any type of buzz to it. It's just good. But anyway, that's another episode in the books. Today we focused on polished looks, which basically, just keep in mind, having a polished look ensemble is just a matter of you sticking to the smaller details and paying very close attention to those details. When doing my research on polished looks, fashion and style is not the primary thing when addressing a polished look. It's actually, people talk about doing rooms, interior design, interior decorating. That's where the term polished look is more popularized. So even in your room closet, or in your bedroom, or in your bathroom, women, to me, are much better at bathrooms than we men will ever be. But paying attention to the details is what creates that polished look. So again, like I said, we did 3 ensembles plus the one I'm wearing. You can get in the comment section, man, and tell me what you think about accessories. A lot of people, a lot of collectors that I know, they don't pay enough attention to the accessories, and not necessarily when they're going to take their pictures, but like before. A couple of guys I know, they used to always say, man, like I never think about buying bags, or I never think about buying. I'm a collector of Ralph Lauren, so all of those things matter to me before we even talking about taking a picture or anything like that. It's like, for me, everything is functional. Everything is bought for a reason, but I also buy it because it's Ralph Lauren. So if it's Ralph Lauren and it looks good, I want it. So I never really understood some people that I deal with or used to deal with not paying attention to the smaller details, not paying attention to the accessories. But it is what it is, to each his own. But tell me what you think. Do you have accessories, Ralph Lauren accessories, in your arsenal? If not, you might want to start picking some up, because it does make a difference. But in the meantime, I need you to hit that like. I need you to hit that subscribe. And I need you to tell a friend, man, because we here. And remember, artists, they paint pictures. Haters, they paint narratives. So don't be no hater. Have a good one.